Blitz begins now.
6:05 on a Monday where the Olympics have come and gone, and we'll see sun and clouds today and a high of 81. So cooled off a little bit. Felt a little cool this morning, that's for sure.
55.
Yeah.
Oh, the weekend was nice, wasn't it?
It was.
Gorgeous.
I wouldn't know.
Would you hibernate?
Pretty much. Let me tell you. Pretty much. I was trying to avoid COVID all weekend.
Trying to avoid it.
Well, I found out after the fact that a trainer and some people in one of my boxing classes all tested, and I was around them. Sweating. It's better safe than sorry. I'm just lethargic. I don't know why. Maybe I have mono. Or I'm really bored. Could be. One of the two. But I'm not bored with you guys. I just mean in general.
Like you say you took 4 tests?
Oh, yeah, negative, every one of them.
You're probably good.
I would hope.
You know.
Right?
I don't think they're all that bad.
Where are we getting tests these days?
Yeah, right.
Like, where are you getting them? Are you buying them at CVS or something? Because I'm not spending money on COVID tests right now. I still have a few left over from like 2021. I hope they're good, because that's what I'm using.
That's what we...
Is that what you do?
Because technically they've expired, right?
Right.
But, I mean, medicine, it's like medicine expires, and it's supposed to still work, but just not as strong, but I don't know about a COVID
So,
test.
where are people are you people, like, getting COVID tests at CVS and then submitting it to your insurance? Or where? Please tell me.
You can still get them, I think. They're
No,
out
you
there.
can.
Yeah.
You can get them. I just wonder if anybody is doing that.
Can you still get them for free?
No.
I didn't think so.
No, the goodness of mankind has come and gone.
Right.
We're making money now.
Because I'm thinking, if I get sick and I'm out of COVID tests, I'm just going to stay home if I have a fever. I'm not going to wonder if it's COVID anymore. I'm just going to stay home if I have a fever.
I'm with you.
Is that what we're all doing?
I'm with you, Kelly.
Well, I mean, I think...
Like, you did 4 COVID tests. I don't have 4 COVID tests at home. I think I have 1 left.
They come 2 in a pack.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I have 1 left.
Okay. So, they just... I don't know. I mean, I think you're cautious... And nowadays, every symptom is the same.
Yeah.
Coronavirus!
I got a sore throat and runny nose. Shoot, I better take a COVID test.
Yeah.
You know, but like I said in our text chain, I'm like, I blow my nose. But you guys know me. I blow my nose regardless what time of the year it is, more than any human being on the planet. So
I saw a guy win a bronze medal with COVID. I'm done worrying.
I mean,
seriously.
Well, like, I don't want it. Don't get me wrong. Please don't give it to me. I do not want to get sick.
Well,
but
no, I would
I'm
hope
just
not.
wondering if people are still stocking up. Are we buying $20 COVID tests at Walgreens, or what's happening?
I'm sure there probably are those people. I mean, you still see people out in the grocery stores with masks and stuff on. So I'm sure there are probably those people out there that are very much...
Now, Colt says you can get them for free at the public library. I'm all for that.
Oh, really?
Didn't know that.
So basically, people with COVID are heading into the public library.
You want to check out a book? Nope, here for a COVID test. Book. What's
But
that?
I didn't know that. Very interesting, Colt.
Yeah, there you go. So the Olympics came and gone this weekend. Do you guys know how the rings came to be? I was just curious if you guys know this.
You mean in the logo?
Yeah.
For the continents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know? Okay.
Well,
Did you know this?
No. What is it?
Okay, so the symbolism of the Olympic rings, it's just the 5 rings represent the 5 inhabited continents of the world. But the Americas are all considered one continent.
Yeah, North and South.
North and South. Is it's all one continent.
It's Africa, America, Asia, Europe, and is it pronounced, I think it's Oceania?
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, so that's what the 5 rings symbolize. And the colors come from the fact that the majority of those countries have those colors in their flag.
Yeah, the
Oh,
blue,
what do you
yellow,
know?
black, green, red, and then the white background.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, those 6 colors are in at least one of those colors is in every flag.
So that's how it came to be.
Did you know that Johnny Weissmuller, who played Tarzan in 12 movies, won 5 gold medals in swimming in the 1920s? It's just worthless information, but
nope.
Yeah,
I
Tarzan.
did not know that.
I mean,
Is that the Morning Blitz trivia question that you just gave away?
That is not. No. I just thought it was funny that Tarzan had 5 gold medals.
Well, I mean, if Tarzan can't swim, he probably shouldn't be hanging out in the jungle.
Well, that's yeah.
Or jumping off waterfalls or whatever else Tarzan does.
You know, we did a contest a while back, like, was it ever an Olympic event? Poodle clipping. No joke, 1900. Poodle clipping was a competition. There were, the winner clipped the fur of 17 poodles in 2 hours to win a gold medal.
How about that?
They
We
had
never
one-
saw it again, just like we're never going to see breakdancing in the
we
Olympics
will.
again.
Yes, we will.
But we should.
Never. We never will. That was crazy.
Just the one girl out of all the other amazing dancers.
She was phenomenal.
I'm good. I'm
I'm
good.
not.
I've
I
seen
want
enough.
more. I thought the men were. I mean, I saw stuff I've never seen before. It was incredible.
Before we have to get to trivia, but before we do, what event would you like to see as an Olympic event? I mean, if you can put breakdancing in, clearly we've opened the floor to some other things.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to give that some thought.
In 1900, they also had live pigeon shooting. Not clay pigeons, live pigeons.
That'd be awesome.
They were shooting live pigeons in 1900.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't need to see that.
There's got to be something that could be Olympic caliber that you could put in the Olympics that everybody does. What about lawn mowing? Judged on the straightness
Okay.
of straightness of lines.
Having the perfect shade both directions all the way
Exactly.
across.
I feel like this could be like a field day, not Olympics.
He's coming up on the landscaping. That could be a tough turn there.
I'd like to put breakdancing in field day.
I don't remember this, but in 84, 88, and 92, and I don't understand it, it was solo synchronized swimming. Trying to imagine one person doing synchronized. That doesn't make any sense. How do you have solo synchronized? I never saw those events.
What about an Olympic yoga routine? No? Oh, I'm sorry. That downward dog's just not going to hold up to the Chinese version. Another gold for China. Damn. Anyway. The Olympics.
Yeah, I don't know why that girl was at in the breakdancing. Or the other one
She
who was
awesome.
The other one that was there just to make a political statement.
She had my vote for gold. She was robbed. Morning Blitz Trivia, what do you got?
All right. So every year, ESPN puts out their big college football anthem right before the season starts. Their big hype video with a song. And who did this year's song for ESPN's new college football anthem? Be the first one to tell us who did the song at 99-700. And you will get $25 to Water Beds and Stuff and Beds and Stuff Superstores.
That's Green Day on the Morning Blitz. We'll have tickets for Green Day coming up later on in the show. We'll tell you how to win them after 7 this morning. It's the Morning Blitz. Dick Kelly and Lewis, 623. Morning Blitz Trivia.
Yeah, so ESPN put out their new college football promo with their new anthem, and we asked who was the artist who sang the song on the new anthem, and the answer is Jelly Roll. And, man, we are so close to the season, and if this doesn't, give you chills, I don't know what will.
It is back. The most electrifying thing. Welcome to a new era of college football.
I light every bridge I see here just to watch it burn. If you've seen all the hell I've seen, it make your stomach turn. I think you know.
We introduced the next head football coach.
We got a potential superstar on our hands.
We ain't coming no more. We back. This place is gonna rock.
I could tell some stories now, some things you won't believe.
14 to 12.
College football is completely different.
We're going to see a lot of unexpected things happen.
I might have a love. I might work a lot. Carry down the good times. Staring down the clock. Throw some hallelujahs to the big man in the sky. Show up Sunday morning looking just like last night. Yeah, that's how I get by.
Oh, that's good, man.
I mean, I would have used Son of a Sinner. Yeah, just 'cause it makes more of a statement. You know, he's back to throw. I'm just a long head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would have been better.
I like it. I woke up Sunday morning smelling just like last night.
See?
It's exciting, man.
Interesting choice. But you gotta like Jelly Roll.
He's everywhere. Guy's just everywhere.
Can't get mad at Jelly Roll. A couple weeks away from kickoff? 2 now? 2.5?
Yeah, a week from Saturday is the first. I mean, the Buckeyes kick off 2 weeks from
Right.
Saturday, but the first college games are on the 24th. But, yeah, man. He said that college football is so important to him. He said it goes college football, Jesus, and Leonard Skinner. So those are his 3 things.
Huh.
But, yeah, Jelly Roll.
I mean, I guess you gotta be from the South if Leonard Skinner is in your top 3, right?
I mean, yeah, they're Southern rock for sure.
I mean, that's not in everybody's top
Free
3.
bird!
Right. I mean, what was it? Lieutenant Kendrick and A Few Good Men? Next to my bed is a copy of the King James Bible.
Right.
Unit Country, or Unit God, Unit Country Corps, something like that, or Unit Country God
What was
Corps.
the order?
Oh, yeah. Something like that.
Something
That
along
sounds
those lines.
familiar.
Yeah. Something along those lines. It's kind of similar, only the Southern version has Leonard Skinner up there. I guess.
Yeah, I don't think that was in his list.
You know, maybe Jelly Roll always wanted to be in a Leonard Skinner tribute band.
Unit Core God Country.
Unit Core God Country, that's it.
All right.
He's dead, and God was watching. God, great movie. I want to watch it now.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I didn't get to play much college football this weekend.
I'm sorry.
Well, there was a lot of other football.
Preseason?
Yeah.
A lot of injuries.
Always.
A lot of injuries.
Always.
This weekend. A lot of big injuries this weekend.
I just watched first quarters and was done.
That's all you really need to watch.
Yeah. Until the starters were out, if they were even playing.
It's the one time where if you see a loss, you don't care.
Oh, no, it means nothing.
Whatever.
You know. Do I think the Giants are really better than the Lions? No.
Hi, Daniel Jones. Danny Dimes. Kelly, are you excited about football season?
No.
Of course not.
I mean, I love the Buckeyes. I'll watch, and I'll probably go to a game or two. So that's always fun. But am I excited about it? I mean, I'm excited for fall, so that goes along with it.
What's your favorite time of fall? For guys, a lot of guys hunting, a lot of guys football season. What is your... Because to me, I saw last week, they already had the pumpkin spice out. I love pumpkin spice. It's too early for pumpkin spice. August is not pumpkin spice month. Whoever thought it should be.
You don't have to have any.
But you don't need to put it out there for everybody to see.
What if somebody wants it?
Well, then they can wait.
Why do you care?
Because, you're going to start peppermint in October for get ready for Christmas? Yeah, you probably will.
I don't ever need peppermint, but...
I'm just saying. Kelly, do you have a favorite thing about fall?
Yeah, I love Halloween. I love the cooler weather. I do love Buckeye football. And my husband is just so looking forward to it. That makes me happy. That's why I love Buckeye football. I love football season because it really, really makes Charlie happy. So...
Man.
That does it for me, yeah.
That's a catch right there.
That is,
That's
right?
a catch.
I was just thinking the exact same thing.
How many guys wish their wives were excited for them because it was football season?
Most of us live in that what have you done for me lately world.
Right.
Clearly that's not going on in the Quinn household.
Oh, I'm a catch all right.
It's the Morning Blitz.
And now it's time for I've Got Something.
Let's see if these dummies have anything worthwhile for us.
Oh, it is 6:38. Dick, Kelly, and Lewis will try to have something worthwhile for you. You guys want me to go first? Anybody else want to go first?
No, you go right ahead.
All right, I got something. Everybody's a fan of candy, right?
Yes.
Okay. You know how at the carnival we were ranting and raving about deep-fried Oreos and deep-fried Snicker bars and all that stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, the Mars Candy Company doesn't like that. They do not approve of people deep-frying their candy bars because it doesn't fit with their promotion of healthy living.
What?
Oh, get the hell out of here.
I mean, nothing screams healthy like a big fat Snickers, but I suppose you do make that far less healthy when you deep fry it in batter.
Yeah.
This is the same company that puts them out in king-size versions.
Correct. So you don't need to just have the candy. No need to deep fry it.
For real, that bothers them.
Yeah, so next time you get a deep fried Snickers or whatever, know that you are pissing Mars right off.
That's right.
Hey, I bought your candy bar. I can do whatever the hell I want with it at that point.
That's right.
Just saying. Healthy lifestyle. Eat that king-size Snickers without the deep fried batter.
Well, I got some.
What you got?
You know the obsession with carrying around gigantic flasks of water and your Stanley cups or whatever. Be careful you're not chugging too much. The Wall Street Journal is reporting that health experts have growing concerns about overhydration. And we've all heard about water intoxication where you can drown by drinking too much water.
That's my goal.
Well, water intoxication happens when people drink an excessive amount of water in a short period of time. So too much water dilutes the sodium in your blood, and it can lead to brain cell swelling, etc., and so forth. So typically people can handle up to 1 liter of water per hour. It's slightly less than a 40-ounce Stanley per hour.
Oh my, who's drinking that much?
I don't know, but they say more and more cases of people coming in with water intoxication, which is like if you have nausea and vomiting, throbbing headache, confusion, brain fog, discolored hands, feet, and lips. You may be consuming too much water.
Wow.
Yeah. So, anyway, there's always something to worry about.
Never knew that could be a problem.
You need to drink more water. Whoa, 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 whoa.
How dare
you? Need to back off of the water.
Yeah.
You guys ever heard of a rage room?
Yeah, it's where you just go in and break stuff.
Yeah.
I would have thought we'd already had one here in Columbus.
Oh, I'm surprised. We probably have, and it's already closed.
No, we're getting our first one.
Oh, okay.
We're actually getting our first one. Saw this in 614 magazine. Sav McKee wrote about it. The Wrecking Company, Columbus's first rage room experience, founded by Kate Zinger. She's on a mission to destigmatize the need to blow off some steam. And she said the world is full of pressure and stress and insanity, and she's excited to offer Columbus a place to let loose and release endorphins. It will be at 234 South 4th Street. It's on that same block as Dirty Frank's, the 16-bit bar and arcades right there as well. There will be 3 separate rage rooms, and they're sized to group size. You can have, 4 or 6 people, whatever. Solo room, in case you just, I can see Lewis over here need to be alone. Maybe.
I have a rage room. It's called boxing. Why the hell do you think I go do that? How much aggression I work out in a healthy way?
But you don't catch COVID when you're in a rage room.
For the record, I haven't caught it yet.
That's true.
Guests are invited to make their own rage playlist and hook it up to the Bluetooth speakers in each room. They do provide essential safety gear. You do have to sign a safety waiver.
Sign this wavy, will ya?
Then you have your choice from the wall of weapons, as they call it.
Okay. Now I'm in.
Now he's in.
I want the flail.
Right? The Wrecking Company will take donations all year from people who have broken plates, electronics, that kind of stuff. They've partnered with local bars and to get their, their empty bottles. And after stuff gets ruined, it will be responsibly recycled and all of that. So they hope to open sometime here in October. It'll be $35 per person for a crate of breakables and plates, $20 for a solo session. Well, if it's $35 per person or $20 for a solo session, that doesn't make sense to me. But that's what it said. And you do have to be 18 or older or supervised by a guardian if you're 15 or old, 15 to 17.
Now, does it become unhealthy if you bring a picture of someone in that you want to maybe stick on certain objects?
No, the story even said, bring in the picture of your ex and put it on a TV. And
I wasn't thinking of X.
Well, whatever. Yeah, but somebody you don't like, Do you want to bring in a picture of me and
I'm just saying,
put it on television, smash it?
I had a lot of healthy violence imagining a boxing bag was a 600-pound pile of human garbage.
Sure.
So
I get it.
Definitely. I just wonder, but does that become unhealthy? So the idea is to channel your rage in a healthy manner.
Yeah. You're wearing safety equipment.
Where's the fun in that?
You don't want to do it in a healthy manner.
No. No, I think it's good. I'd much rather see somebody bust up things in a rage room than act out on someone in their household, someone that's innocent and doesn't deserve it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there's a place for something like this.
All right. Well, that's my something. I do want to mention before we move on to our song, just because people are going to wonder, where'd she go? Kelly got a call. She's got to deal with a family issue, so Kelly's got to run out on
I got to go, guys.
I know. Sorry.
I love you so much.
It's me, isn't it?
It's not
them, it's
you.
me.
No. I'll be back tomorrow, though.
I know.
It's your Morning Blitz, 648. Thick Rick and Lewis. Kelly had to take care of some family stuff, so she will be back tomorrow.
Yeah, that sucks.
It does.
She wasn't happy about it either. So she had so much news to tell you, but I guess she'll take care of it, though.
It's going to be rough, but we'll get through it.
We got a few texts this morning. I wanted to shout out to Mike Funk, who texted in a picture of the 20-pound catfish he caught over the weekend. Very nice, while wearing his Rock on the Range shirt. I love that. Nice touch. We had somebody else that want billiards and cornhole and darts in the Olympics. That was Byron. Or I'm sorry, no, that was Curtis. Byron wanted beer drinking in the Olympics. That's very different than cornhole.
I feel like they've tossed around the idea of billiards for a while, and it just hasn't come to fruition. That could be a good one. Yeah, darts would take some talent.
I've played a lot of darts. They don't. Again, they avoid. They don't want. Yeah, pub games. That's the thing, and I don't know why. It's like, what does it matter that it's played in a pub? So what? People play billiards everywhere. I had a pool table once.
You know what I'm surprised hasn't become an Olympic event that I think could be? Parkour.
What?
Parkour.
I don't even know what that is.
You know what parkour is?
Parkour?
It's where the guys run and jump off normal, like you're doing the running and the jumping off roofs.
Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't know it was called parkour.
Yeah, it's called parkour.
Jeez.
But that could be a fun summer game. Set up like a cityscape. Mm-hmm. Like there are a lot of guys that train for superhero movies by doing parkour.
All right. Keith asked if anybody else saw any of the meteors going on, and that's the Perseid meteor showers. They were happening all weekend, and I guess last night, tonight are the best times to see them. So,
yeah.
All right. So, worst proposal ever. This one happened in Russia, and you had brought this up off the air this morning. There was a thing that happened in, was it New York? Because I remember it. I couldn't remember the exact details.
It was somewhere where a guy staged a carjacking with his friends, and they had guns, and it turned out to be a marriage proposal, and it just was the worst possible way to propose to somebody until now.
Well, this is kind of similar, but this was a kidnapping. This was in Russia, and this big van kind of pulls in front of this car to get it off the road.
Right.
Jumps out. They smash the front windshield of the car in. They open the door. They grab the guy out of the car. They yank him out of the car. There's 3 or 4 of them. They got, crowbars and stuff, and they throw him into the back of this big, like a box truck, and shut the door. And his girlfriend's in the car with him, and she is screaming bloody murder. When all of a sudden the back of the box truck opens and he comes out, and there's music, this romantic music's blaring, and he's got flowers, and he walks over to the passenger door to propose, and this is how that sounded. They're like beating. It went on, her screaming like that went on for a good 2 to 3 minutes before she could even lift her head up to look at the ring that was sitting in front of her. She was a mess.
There's a few things wrong with this. One, you really want your friends to bash in your car? I hope you had plans for a new vehicle that didn't require a trade-in.
I'm guessing.
Second of all, what part of you, when you were together, smoking weed every day or drinking a lot, thought this was a good idea?
The drinking is the more likely thing since it's Russia. I don't know. But she said yes at the end once she finally regained her composure and she got out of the car and stood up and hugged him and kissed him and said yes.
True story. There was a girl that I was this is a while ago. It's a girl that I was hanging around with. And I didn't mind necessarily hanging out with her, but I never wanted to full-blown date her, and I never wanted to hang out with her for long periods of time. And she wanted to come over, and I did not want to know. Did not want her to know where we lived. So I literally grabbed the night guy from the radio station that I worked for and another, one of the promotions team. And we literally met her at a grocery store parking lot in the station van and did the old school thing. You get in the van, you don't say a word about this, or I'll effing kill you. And drove around. Took the long way to get to my house. Down streets I would have never turned on, so she would not be able to figure out how to get to my house.
Oh my gosh.
Funny at the time, probably highly illegal now, but hey, I think there is a statute of limitations, and no one was harmed in the filming of that.
Now, all right, I'm listening. 3 things you need to know before you go.
Well, after more than a 4-hour standoff Saturday, Columbus police arrested a man who was reportedly throwing tools at officers and threatening to jump from an overpass at the 7071 interchange downtown after hitting multiple vehicles and causing a pileup. The man was driving a pickup with a snowplow attached to the front. Police say he hit 4 vehicles on 70 West and took off until he crashed into the overpass at 70 and refused to get out of his vehicle. Police say he started throwing tools, threatening officers. He did hit an officer in the head, no serious injuries. Officers say they believe the man was actively smoking crack prior to and during the standoff. He was taken into custody and charged with felony assault, with more charges to come today. The Summer Olympics officially over. The closing ceremony included appearances and performances from the likes of Tom Cruise, Snoop D-O-double-G, Billie Eilish, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers as Paris hands over the Summer Games to Los Angeles. Cruise pulled off an epic Hollywood stunt to help close out the Paris Olympics and officially hand the torch to LA, which is set to host the 2028 Games. Cruise jumped from the top of the Stade de France and landed on the stadium field where the official Olympic flag awaited him. He then rode off on a motorcycle through the streets of Paris, boarded a plane near the Eiffel Tower, and then a pre-recorded video showed Cruise flying the Olympic flag to the U.S. and skydiving into the famed Hollywood sign in Los Angeles. He attached the 5 multicolored Olympic rings to the 2 O's in Hollywood. We'll talk more about that later. And the Dublin Zoo in Ireland went above and beyond to help encourage female orangutans to bond with her newborn. The animal delivered her baby July 31st, but would not bond or breastfeed the little one, so the zoo enlisted the help of 30 breastfeeding mothers who took shifts daily to breastfeed their babies in front of the orangutan. There was a protective glass between the primate and the moms. The zookeeper closed off the area for privacy, and the moms would be breastfeeding. The orangutan was apparently interested in watching and would actually hold her baby, but just wouldn't breastfeed. Zookeepers ultimately made the decision to bottle feed the little orangutan, and she's doing well. Oh, it's cute, right? Those are your 3 things.
Did you see the closing ceremony?
Yeah.
That was prior to that stuff, though. When they were playing, who was it? Phoenix was playing.
Yeah.
That was all very odd. That way that was. All those people are right around the group and everything. That was so bizarre. And Billie Eilish, don't lip sync in the closing ceremonies of the Olympics. Can we not get a live performance?
I am so not a fan of Billie Eilish. It hurts.
I think she's very talented.
I just think,
but
STFU. That's my thing with Billie Eilish.
Like, this is the Chili Peppers played live. Right. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre together on stage were completely live, and she's over here lip syncing.
She can't be bothered with things like the Olympics.
I know, right?
You know, when you get to a certain age, it's not so much running with the devil as it is a slow jog with the devil.
Right.
A somewhat fast walk or shuffle with the devil. I suppose it all works.
I don't walk with that dude anymore. But
you want to go running with the devil? Whoa. How about we just power walk with the devil? Same thing, right?
Can we just stroll?
Stroll with the devil. 7:07's Van Halen on the Morning Blitz with Dick and Lewis. Kelly Quinn had to take care of some family stuff. She'll be back tomorrow. We are taking care of your Olympic rundown. You watched a ton of it. I didn't. I watched the breakdancing thing. I mean, we were all kind of texting during the breakdancing thing over the weekend. So we, got into that a little bit.
Yeah, it was all this talk about this one girl from Australia in that green outfit. And I saw her, and I'm like, what is this? What is going on? Kelly texted pretty much the same thing. She's like, what the heck am I watching right now?
She was awesome.
Kelly said, this is right here is why breakdancing will never be in the Olympics again. And if that's all you saw, I understand that, because that was blowing up. It was going viral, this video of this girl from Australia who was absolutely terrible. I don't know. I thought it was a joke. I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, what do we do? What is this? It was almost, I'm like, are they trying to sabotage it so that it never comes back? And I mean, if it doesn't come back, it doesn't come back. I was glad to see it there once. But then I asked Kelly this morning, she didn't see any of the men. Did you?
Yeah, I saw the finals.
The men, they were absolutely amazing. I mean, stuff I have never seen before,
Yeah.
But yeah, all anybody wanted to talk about was this one girl. home from
But she was, you know what she
Australia.
reminded me of? She reminded me of when the fraternity in old school has to prove their worth to the campus and they have to go through a series of events. And Vince Vaughn does the floor, they do the floor routine.
Yeah.
And he had the string, it reminded me of that. I
understand. It was terrible.
That's exactly, but I didn't think it was terrible. I thought it was awesome.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, stop.
The problem was the moment was bigger than her. Supposedly she's a really good dancer.
And an instructor.
Yeah.
But she wasn't prepared for the Olympics. Well, what would you just think you're just going to go over there and just wing it? This is the Olympics.
Yeah, but you don't know. It's the first time breakdancing's been an event in the Olympics. You don't know what you're walking into. I can see Lee not being prepared. Little trepidation, if you will.
I think you got to have a clue that you're going to be dealing with real competition. I don't know. I don't know what she was thinking. There was her, and then there was one other girl who came in wearing a cape that said "Free Afghan Women," which you're not allowed to have any kind of political statements on your clothes or anything, anything like that. So she was immediately disqualified, but she wasn't there seriously either. She was worse. She came out and tried to dance. It was a joke. She was joking, knowingly. You know what I mean? Just to get her message out there, which I'm not against the message, but this isn't the place.
I wouldn't have done what she would have done.
How did she even get in there is what I want to know.
But I thought the Australian girl, I just think the moment, I think in her head she saw it going differently than it did.
Maybe. Yeah, I suppose that's possible. But yeah, and everybody thinks, well, this is why you'll never have the Olympics again. And I'm like, if you watched the rest, even the rest of the women were incredible. But the men, that was just the human body shouldn't be able to do the stuff they were doing. I watch gymnastics and I'm looking at that going, this to me looks, these guys breakdancing, the stuff they were doing was just as difficult, it looked like to me. I don't even know how they get their bodies to do that stuff.
Yeah, Chris said maybe she was just an alternate and wasn't prepared.
I don't know. Well, then why there were her and the other girl that got disqualified that had the political message. Why didn't they just leave those two out? They didn't need to have them in there. Because they went first. And that's what everybody saw first when it started. And it's what are you trying to do?
The Australian girl was cool with me. I was entertained.
Well, yeah, you were entertained because it was such a circus, a sideshow.
But at the end of the day, isn't that what you're supposed to be, entertained? Again, when it comes to I feel like breakdancing was the entertainment portion of the Olympics. Because again, would you rather watch her attempt to breakdance and be entertained, or are you going to watch someone swimming in a pool over and however many laps they swim in a pool?
No, I know. They had the 10K swim in the river that took over 2 hours.
Right.
I couldn't watch that.
I would much rather watch the Australian breakdancing girl than 10K of swimming in a river. Is it over yet? All right, cool. I'm going to run to the store. Come back. We'll see where we are then.
Right.
But again, to each their own.
All
That's
right.
the beauty of the Olympics.
There's some other interesting things that came out of the Olympics we'll get to coming up here.
It's your Morning Blitz, 724 with Vic and Lewis. Kelly had to take care of some family stuff. She's back tomorrow. It's me. She said it, family stuff, but it's me, isn't it?
She just had enough. We were less than an hour into Monday.
All right. Normally that doesn't happen until Wednesday or Thursday, but she kind of hunkers down and gets through the weekend. But wow, started early today.
So we got several texts about the breakdancer from Australia who was not good. People wondered if I could have beat her.
Could you have?
In my prime, yes, absolutely, I could have.
Okay.
But, I don't know. Like Chris said, maybe she was an alternate, just wasn't prepared. Josh wants to know, how did she qualify? I guess she was the only person from Australia. And it's not every country was represented.
I got to find an Olympic event that no one else is in that I could. I'm an Olympic qualifier. Awesome. Sean said she's always going to be an Olympian, though.
That's right. She's always going to be an Olympian. So, I don't know. You said it was like a car wreck. You don't want to watch, but you can't help it.
JC said she put out a statement that she didn't want to do the same moves that everybody else did. She was being creative, and they were her own. It just didn't work. That's what I said. I think she saw it going differently in her head.
Well, Congratulations. You did moves that nobody else did.
But here's the thing. If the Haktua girl, Haley, can come out of this making money, guarantee this girl makes money.
I don't know, man.
There's somebody out there that is going to capitalize on her. It will happen because that's what Hollywood does.
Jeez. Well, I don't know. We'll see if breakdancing comes back. But
well, Team USA won a gold in basketball, dude, men and women.
Team USA won everything. We dominated the Olympics. I mean, it wasn't even close. We had 124 medals. I mean, I'm sorry, 126. And China had 91 in second place. We did tie China in gold. At 40. And I was trying to remember, there was a couple of things. I thought about the dude with COVID who didn't get the gold medal because he was running with COVID after he was absolutely going to win it. Everybody knows he was going to win it. That would have made a difference. And I mean, the Chinese divers, man, unbelievable. Mm-hmm. And also, like paddle or ping pong, paddleball. They were amazing at that. When did they get so good at that?
Yeah, but they've always been that way.
Have they?
Oh yeah. Don't you remember Forrest Gump?
Yeah,
learned to play ping pong from the Chinese people.
Oh, that's right.
That's their thing, man.
But yeah, the basketball team's incredible. Steph Curry just went off those last two games.
Sure did.
8 threes, 9 threes, just drilling them. And then the women, that was their eighth in a row. 8th straight gold, man. That's impressive.
Yeah, it's very much so. And they had a harder fought way to the top than the U.S. did, for sure. I mean, Serbia gave the U.S. a run, but the women's basketball team definitely had a little bit of a harder go.
Yeah, gold in soccer. Our female athletes won twice as many golds as the men. 26-13.
That always happens in the summer games, though. And now Team USA struggles in the winter games all the time. We just, for whatever reason, don't do as well in the winter games.
Not these kind of numbers, no. But, because there's so many great skiers and skaters around the world. It just, I think it's a much more level playing field. But in track, it was ridiculous how much we won in track. But even the people who won from other countries train here, like USC and UCLA, places like that. They train here, but they were running for other countries.
They said, though, that Team USA basketball might be seeing some issues going forward because in 4 years, the best player in the NBA is probably going to be Victor Wembanyama from the Spurs.
Yeah.
And he's Team France.
Right.
Serbia with the Joker gave Team USA a pretty good run. So in 4 years, with a lot of the draft picks being out of France and other countries, if you go all NBA, you could be loading up the Olympic teams with really good players from other countries.
That's good. We should see more competition.
So there might be a little more balance where basketball is concerned going forward, but
So during the closing ceremony, the mayor of Los Angeles, Karen Bass, they handed her, the French president handed her the flag, the Olympic flag, as, part of the whole, handing over the torch. And so those will be in 2028 in LA, and the mayor says that one of LA's goals will be to have a carless Olympics. No cars. She says people who want to attend the various events will have to use public transportation in Los Angeles.
Well, it's because you can't get anywhere in Los Angeles in a car. If you want to go to the Olympics in Los Angeles, you're going to need to leave a day ahead of time.
Well, everything's an hour away. Anywhere you go in LA. I lived there for 3 months. No matter where you go, where you're going, it's an hour away.
Even if it's only, realistically 6 miles.
Right. But yeah, so they're bringing in thousands of buses from neighboring cities and states to help make this happen. No cars.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes, man. But that'll be 2028, so they got plenty of time to get ready.
Good luck. It's Pearl Jam on the Morning Blitz, 740. Thick Rick, I'm Lewis. Kelly Quinn had to exit this morning to do some family stuff, and Pearl Jam was the song you were listening for. For a chance to win tickets to see Green Day coming up at Great American Ballpark next week already. Is it next week? Yeah, next
22nd.
week. Next week.
Yeah.
And congratulations going out to Curtis.
Curtis McNew from Marion, caller 25. So he's got a pair of tickets.
If you are traveling 33 at 104, there's an accident involving 4 cars, so be cautious if you are in that area. We'll get a look at traffic with Mark coming up here in a little while. But
Thank you for the text, Sean.
Appreciate that. So the ceremonies for the Olympics closed last night with the Tom Cruise stunt.
Right.
Partially done live, partially done filmed. What'd you think of it?
I mean, it was all right. It was good. You know, it was kind of cool. The fact that he came into the stadium himself was impressive.
He does all his own stunts.
Yeah, he tries anyway. He does as many as he can.
I like Tom Cruise, despite his Scientology that rubs people the wrong way and everything else. It's hard to find a bad Tom Cruise movie. There are a couple of them floating around out there, but for the most part, if you look at all the movies he's done, and you compare the ones that are entertaining to the not so much,
oh man,
there's far less in that not so much pile than there is in
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, no, I love his movies, and it's not like I'm going to be hanging out at the church with him, so I don't care. You know, it's whatever. That's what he's into. That's what he's into. Just keep making good movies.
Exactly. But it got me thinking yesterday when I was watching the stunt go down. If you could do any stunt from any movie, and you knew there was no risk because there was 1,000% chance that you were going to be unharmed doing it, what's the stunt?
I'm not making up. I'm picking a specific stunt.
You can make
from
up a stunt. You can make up a stunt. It can be a makeup. I don't care. If you could take a stunt that was already done in a movie, or you could make up a stunt, what would that stunt be? What would you do?
Well, I keep thinking of Point Break. You know, when they both jumped out of the plane.
The skydive?
Yeah.
With Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves?
Yeah.
Bodie and Johnny Utah?
Yeah. There was that one. There was also in Air Force One when they had to go from one plane to the other on the cable.
The cable transfer?
While they were flying in midair.
Okay.
That would be interesting to try and do that.
Again, any stunt, everything is out there. You're not going to get hurt if you do it. What stunt do you try to recreate? That's the question. You can call us. You can text us on our text line if you're so inclined to do so.
Now, I will say, if I'm picking something, I want to drive really fast and jump something.
Okay.
You know, I want to jump a long way, very high, going very fast.
See, I don't know what I would do yet. There's a couple of things that come to mind, but I'm not sure which one exactly. And Tom Cruise has a couple of them.
Yeah.
I'm still, like, before I throw one out there, I'm not sure which one.
Well, you could throw them both out.
Okay. I would do the Mission Impossible where he's the one that's climbing the tower in Dubai, which is the tallest movie or building in the world. That would be kind of cool. If I knew I could do that without risk of falling or anything else, that would be kind of interesting to try to do. That's one. And the other one that he did in a more recent Mission Impossible where he was hanging on the side of the plane. If I knew I could do that with no danger of falling off, getting chopped by the prop, or dropping without a parachute, that could be kind of cool to try to do too.
Goose said, not one bad movie. Hello, Top Gun. Are you telling me Top Gun is a bad movie, Goose? Because I'm going to block you from ever texting us again if you're going to tell me Top Gun is a bad movie.
Sometimes you just got to consider the source.
A bad movie? Top Gun? Really?
Carrie said where Brian O'Connor jumps the Camaro into the yacht in Too Fast, Too Furious. That would be fun. So everything's on the table. What stunt would you try to do if you know you could do it 1,000% without any harm coming to you? What kind of stunt would you recreate or would you want to do? Rick wants to point break it out of an airplane.
They didn't pull the chute till they were like so close to the ground.
Right. There's a couple of Mission Impossible stunts that look kind of fun to try. I want to know what your stunt would be. Let us know. It's Shine Down on your Morning Blitz, 748. Thick Rick, Lewis. We're talking about stunts after Tom Cruise closed out the Olympics with the stunt. We said, what if you could do any stunt from any movie that you knew you were not going to be harmed in any way? There's 1,000% guarantee that no harm will come to you. What stunt would you choose? And we're getting a ton. Justin would do the car chase scene from the movie Bullet.
I haven't seen that.
I think Steve McQueen is the one he's talking about, and if it is that the Mustang, Justin? Because it's pretty cool. If it is the one that I'm thinking of. Matt said the motorcycle jump off the mountain and skydive onto the train, the last one he did in the last Mission Impossible that he really did, was pretty cool too.
Jerry Lynn said Linda Hamilton in the second Terminator, pumping that shotgun one-armed and firing over and over. She looks so badass. I always wanted to be able to do that.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Rocky also said the Mission Impossible stunt that Tom did. The Linda Hamilton thing, that is bad. I remember that.
Yeah.
Jumping from a car from one building to another like they did in Dubai in the Fast and Furious movies. Oh, yeah.
Fast and Furious has so many of these scenes, and so do all the Mission Impossible movies. But Matt wants to chainsaw a shark in half with it coming at him Sharknado style.
Well, I mean, everybody's stunts are different.
Oh, Danny wants to skydive with one of those squirrel suits. What do they call that? I can't remember what they call that. But yeah, that looks
the
like
the wingsuit, the wingsuits.
Yeah,
yeah, the one they did that. They did that in the Dark. Or no, they did it in Transformers: Dark in the Moon.
Yes.
The one where they do through Chicago.
Yeah, that looks like a blast.
Yeah, that could be definitely kind of fun. Somebody brought up the Burj Khalifa climb and mountain.
Yeah.
I was talking about. That's really cool, and you're really high up there. That's for sure.
Sean wants the final chase scene from the Blues Brothers movie.
That could be fun. Caleb said, doing a sex scene with Jennifer Lawrence or Mila Kunis, does that count as a stunt?
Yes.
In my book, it does.
Yes.
So, I would be down, 100% down with that. The big Johnny Blaze jump in Ghost Rider over the helicopters. That was cool.
How about the bathroom fight in Mission Impossible Fallout?
Oh, that's where Henry Cavill cocks his arms.
Yeah. How about the fight between the dog and he was the Hound and the Mountain?
Oh,
in Game of Thrones.
The
Hound and the
Clegane Bowl.
The what?
The Clegane. They were the Cleganes. Clegane Bowl. The Resident Evil 2 stunt where the main character runs down the side of the Toronto City Wall on a wire. I haven't seen that, but I will now look it up. Triple X in the beginning where he runs from the cops and ramps the vet off the bridge. That's from Gerald. Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, I mentioned I'd like to do something where I go very fast in a car and jump something. And while we were playing the song, it made me think of, and I don't know, did you ever see Smokey and the Bandit?
Yes.
When he jumps the river?
The river.
Yeah, in the Trans Am. Something like that's what. Yeah, I wanted to do that.
Danny said, drive through Columbus traffic. Oh, wait, I do that every day. Facts. You know what else? What I think would be kind of fun? Did you ever see Mad Max? The one with the first where they introduced Furiosa the first time. I can't think of the name of the movie off the top of me. Where the dude is he's playing guitar on the wires on the front of the truck.
I haven't seen the new ones.
All those guys that bounce off those wires from car to car. That would be kind of fun. Jackie Chan in Rush Hour, one dropping from the ceiling and sliding down the big banner. That's from Dustin. There's a lot of...
How about the limo fight in True Lies? Where they're traveling on that road, it's all over water. And, she's fighting the other girl in the back seat while this thing's flying and he's trying to rescue her.
That would be...
And then she gets a hold of the thing and the car goes off as she rises up with the helicopter.
Jeff Smith said the 10G out of the coffin corner in Maverick, in Top Gun Maverick.
Oh,
taking off of the aircraft carrier would be kind of fun, too.
Right.
Because he really did that. He got to really fly one of those things and launch off the aircraft carrier, which would be, wild to do some of those stunts.
Got the beach scene in Saving Private Ryan. Let's see. I don't know what the Death Proof car chase is. I don't know what that is.
Speaking of car chases, the one that would be kind of fun to maneuver through. Did you ever see Bad Boys 2 where they drop where they drop the cars off the car trailer as they're coming at them? Like that would be kind of fun to be able to reenact. In old school, even though it's fake, running from the giant boulder in Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark, where it comes running through the chute.
Actual boulder.
Or the bridge walk, where the bridge gets cut as you're starting to cross the bridge, and then you have to get across it and climb back up. Like, that could be some interesting stunts out there.
A lot. So many Fast and Furious texts coming in. How about Thelma and Louise driving off the cliff?
At the end of the movie?
Yeah.
That could be fun.
But with no risk. Remember, we're talking no risk here, because Obviously, they didn't make it.
What's the Fast and Furious movie? Which one that they go off the cliff in the car? It's Dom and Brian, and they jump out of the car, and then they land in the water. Like, somehow they get out of the car in time, like, and they land in the water. Like, all the Fast and... You're right when you said it earlier. All the Fast and the Furious stunts are,
so many.
You have to suspend belief just a little bit to do that. But interesting, though. I mean, there's a lot of cool stunts. I mean, it's easy to say you do it knowing you can't get hurt. Because otherwise you would look at it and go, yeah, not me.
I haven't seen Death Proof by Tarantino.
It's been a while since I've seen it. I know what they're talking about, though.
Being strapped to the roof of the car?
Yeah. I know what they're talking about, but I haven't seen it. It's been a minute since I've seen that.
Danny said, drive through Columbus traffic. Oh, wait, I do that every day.
Oh, Kelly's not here to call you out on reading the same text that I did. Daggone it. Yeah, a lot of fun with that. I just thought it would be something fun. The mini car chase scene from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, where they're on the mine car, where they're on the railroad tracks under the mine. Yeah. That would be a wild ride. What about when they cut out all the money free while free diving out of the airplane in the new Point Break? I didn't see the new Point Break movie because Johnny sent that in. I'm a Point Break purist, so the new one never interested me because I was one of those, like, you can't remake that classic.
Right.
It's kind of how I feel about The Crow. Tracy said Die Hard 4 when Bruce Willis steps out of the car as it's spinning around and walks away while shooting. Oh, I've seen that. That's cool. I know what that is. So, a lot of good stunts out there.
Man.
A lot of fun with that, but, we can't all be Tom Cruise, but maybe mentally we can live vicariously and pretend.
Now, I'm listening. 3 things you need to know before you go.
Columbus City officials say the cost of recent ransomware attacks on the city's computer system may reach $5 million. One cybercrime expert says it could take months for the city to recover all of its services. Reports say some of the personal data stolen from the city was made public on the dark web after no ransom was paid. That's usually how that works. The U.S. has sent a guided missile submarine to the Middle East as tensions grow in the region. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin also said the aircraft carrier, which was already heading to the area, would sail there more quickly. The move comes in response to fears of a wider regional conflict after the recent assassination of Senor Hezbollah and the Hamas leaders, and it signals the U.S.'s determination to help defend Israel from an attack by Iran, with Austin saying the U.S. would take every possible step to defend its ally.
Well, so as the world war grows and becomes a full-on world war, we get to stay on the air, right?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting when the World War and the Civil War starts, how that's going to all play out.
Well, I don't think you have both at the same time. There's got to be some rules here.
Well, but, we don't always play by the rules, unfortunately.
I know, but...
Just saying.
I mean...
What kind of American are you?
We can't do that.
Yeah,
we'll lose everything if we do that.
What we can't do and what's going to happen are 2 entirely different things, unfortunately. Anyway, real case of whiplash in this Jordan Childs Olympic gymnastics situation. She ended up with the bronze medal on a floor exercise after her coach appealed the original score and the judges amended it. That bumped her from 5th to 3rd, effectively knocking the Romanian Ana Barboso out of medal contention. The Romanian Gymnastics Federation appealed, saying Jordan Childs' coach was 4 seconds too late on her appeal. You have 60 seconds after the posted score to appeal, so the Court of Arbitration stripped Childs of her bronze medal. However, USA Gymnastics now has submitted video evidence showing Childs' coach requested the file inquiry 47 seconds after the score was published, followed by a second statement appealing about 55 seconds. They want Childs' bronze medal reinstated. No decision has been announced.
Video doesn't lie, man. Can't argue with the video.
Check the replay. Check the replay.
We know how that works.
Those are your 3 things. STP on the Morning Blitz. It's Thick. Lewis. Kelly Quinn had to run out to handle some family stuff. She'll be back tomorrow. But there's a guy that Thick is going to want to meet.
It's not a game I've ever played, though.
Doesn't matter, though. A lot of us have our bucket lists, our celebrities, or some people that we just, want a picture with. Sometimes it's politicians. Some people it's sports stars. Other people it's movie stars. Thick wants to meet the dude in New Jersey by the name of Justin O'Donnell because he set a new world record. He played World of Warcraft for 3 days straight, 78 hours and 30 minutes, plus 6.5 hours. He said he got physically tired, didn't have any real trouble focusing. He took a 5-minute break every hour, which mostly he spent eating and playing with his dogs, but he didn't sleep. He ended up with 80 minutes of unused rest time. The previous record was 59 hours.
Oh, so he shattered it.
This dude shatters it. 78 hours playing World of Warcraft.
That is a long time to be awake, man. Just to be awake, let alone playing a game. But at the same time, I don't know how you could stay awake if you were not playing. You would have to be doing something, where you're focused and you're physically active in order to stay awake that long. Because, I'll be honest, since I got college football 25, I mean, I can, get up at 3 a.m. And I know Friday night I've been up till 3 a.m. playing that game.
What's the longest hours you've logged on a game?
Okay. So games like Quake and Madden, there were times where I know that, I started playing late afternoon, evening, was still playing the next morning and kept on playing. So definitely, I have definitely gone over 24 hours before.
Okay. I don't know that I ever have on any game.
Yeah, I got up to go get something to eat or whatever, go to the bathroom, maybe even took a shower, but definitely played for at least 24 straight hours.
Okay. The only video games that I know that I have played for a long period of time that I've logged hours, but I don't think I've ever stayed up overnight. Josh wants to know, was he doing meth or something to stay awake? Good question.
Well,
we do not know.
Because coffee only goes so far, man. Well, your body eventually gets to a point where caffeine has no impact.
When I was in college, everybody started playing the Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, that's another one that I
played a little bit of that, but we always did it in shifts. I never really played, straight through. The games that I could not wait to get home to play, that I was all in. Also, when I was in college, I can't remember the system that a friend of mine had, but it was my first college roommate, Ken, and he had it was an Aliens Predator game.
Okay.
Okay, but it was a badass game because what happens is you're on a ship that sends out a distress call because it gets boarded by an alien. It picks up an alien ship that's derelict, so it attaches the alien ship to your ship. Well, obviously the aliens start to take over, so they send out a distress call, and a Predator ship answers the distress call. So when you wake up, you are a Marine who was busted for insubordination and put in hypersleep. And all you hear during the whole game, like as soon as you get out, you see a dead body. What the hell happened to this guy? And you pick up his pulse rifle and you start, all you hear is the hum of the lights through the whole game. So as you're walking around, stuff comes out of you. It was freaky. And we used to play it at dark. I couldn't wait to do that. And the Batman Arkham games, because it gave me the only chance in my life that I'll ever have to actually be Batman. So I played those. But I could never imagine logging 78 hours playing a video game.
I don't know how you stay awake that long. Like Josh said, he was doing something, meth or something. Somebody said, was this dude that guy from the South Park episode? Matt wants to know if it includes playing with beer and cocaine.
Good question. Jay said we used to get on Black Ops 3, the zombies being him and 3 of his buddies, and they would play all night. I couldn't do it. There were days I would get up Saturday morning and my son was still playing Call of Duty. He had started playing after school on a Friday. I got up 9 o'clock on a Saturday. He hadn't been to sleep. He's still playing. Later that evening, he's still playing. So he takes after me. Mervis said 200 hours of Final Fantasy plus Blitzball. So I couldn't do it that long. I think I might have been like a 3 or 4 a.m.er, and then I'm like, I gotta call this.
That game Doug said that sounds like Atari Jaguar.
I don't remember what system it was. It was badass though, but we used to play it at night, and it used to freak you out because you'd hear the Predator thing when you were walking around. You'd hear that.
Yeah.
And then you're
that sound.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Let's see. Brett said he played the first Crash Bandicoot on Sega for 9 straight hours once.
Yeah.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug, said Matt.
That it is. Bad Wolves on your Morning Blitz, 824, Thick Rick and Lewis. Kelly Quinn back tomorrow, and you'll see mix of sun and clouds today, high of 81. So, nice day to go outside and, well, hopefully not work, but if you do, at least you're outside.
Yeah, this is nice weather.
So everybody's been to court at least once or twice. You've seen people in court. One of the things you don't want to do while you're in court is piss off the judge. It never tends to work well.
You always hear, I will hold you in contempt. And it's like, what happens when you get held in contempt?
Right.
93 days. That's what you get when you're held in contempt. So why would you keep doing it over and over and over again?
Because I believe Wesley Snipes said it first in Blade and again in Deadpool and Wolverine recently. Some mother effer's always got to try to ice skate uphill.
Man, so this guy is in court on a minor trespassing charge in Michigan. He gets 558 days for contempt of court because he could not stop running his foul mouth in the courtroom. He told the judge to kiss his ass, and then he kept dropping F-bomb after F-bomb.
It's trespassing. I could technically leave, and you guys could issue a warrant as long as I don't return. You can just kiss my ass.
I'm going to tell you what. You don't come in, that's contempt. That's another 93. That's another 93. That's 6 93s consecutive.
558 days. Now, this was Daryl Jarrell. His name is Daryl Jarrell. Why would your parents do that to you? Daryl Jarrell. Mouthing off to Judge Cedric Simpson. Does that judge's name ring a bell to you?
No.
This was the same judge who had the guy on the, they were doing the remote court. You know, he was somewhere in the car with the suspended driver's license.
Are you the guy who are you driving on a suspended license? That guy?
Yeah,
that judge.
It turned out he's never even had a driver's license, remember?
Right.
But that was the same judge. I don't know why he keeps getting these people.
Poor guy.
But let's go back to this for 1 second.
It's trespassing. I could technically leave, and you guys could issue a warrant as long as I don't return. You can just kiss my ass.
I'm going to tell you what. You don't come in, that's contempt. That's another 93. That's another 93. That's 6 93s consecutive.
But you have to admire his flair.
Oh, yeah.
And he just kept going.
Oh, he's Bender from the Breakfast Club. All day. That's all I could think of.
Eat my shorts.
You just bought yourself another Saturday, mister.
Detention.
You just bought one more right there.
Well, I'm free the Saturday after that. Beyond that, I'm going to have to check my calendar.
Good! Because it's going to be filled. We'll keep going. You want another one? Say the word. Just say the word. Instead of going to prison, you'll come here. Are you through?
No.
I'm doing society a favor.
So?
That's another one right now. I've got you for the rest of your natural-born life if you don't watch your step. You want another one?
Yes.
You got it. You got another one right there. That's another one, pal. You through?
Not even close, bud.
Good. You got one more right there.
You really think I give a
Another. You through?
How many is that?
That's 7, including the one when we first came in. You asked Mr. Vernon here whether Barry Manilow knew that he raided his closet.
Now it's 8. You stay out of it.
Excuse me, sir, it's 7.
Shut up, Pee-wee.
It's too good.
I mean,
don't mess with the bull, young man. You'll get the horns. That's perfect, right? The same thing.
Pretty similar. I mean, you have to admire.
Oh, Bender was great. Daryl Jarrell, 550.
You know what that screams, and this is going to come across mean, and someone will at me for it. That's like your two parents, you had a kid that you didn't really want, so you don't even make it worse. You name him the worst possible name to remind him for the rest of his life that you really didn't want him.
Like, what's he going to do when he gets into jail and he tells everybody, hi, I'm Daryl Jarrell? He's in trouble.
I'm tired of your goddamn rock and roll, anything goes lifestyle.
This is your Blitz Rock Rundown, the Monday morning edition. Rock and roll!
I'll tell you what. Tess, I liked Tess. I really, truly did until about 45 seconds ago.
Fault.
Now I'm not sure that Tess and I can even be friends.
It's not
what
her
will we
fault.
do?
Wait a minute. She can remedy this.
Tess has never seen New Jack City.
Nope.
The story of Nino Brown and the Cash Money Brothers.
I've never seen it. And you guys sound like I sound when I'm talking to your son. Because I'm like, you've never seen this? You've never seen this? Now I know what he feels like.
I don't know that we can be friends.
You guys have to watch New Jack City.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's the story of crack coming up in the early 90s.
In New York City.
That's the first thing I'll do when I get home.
Wesley Snipes.
Chris Rock.
Ice-T. Mario Van Peebles.
Judd Nelson. Judd Nelson.
Bender from, Breakfast Club.
Yeah. Judd Nelson.
He was just getting handed all those Saturdays.
Yeah.
Great movie. Such a great
New Jack cops to take down a New Jack drug lord.
It didn't even ring a bell.
Yeah, it's all about how
but...
crack started out and how the dealers, what they did. And,
wow.
But it's just you guys got to see the movie.
It's amazing.
Hey, speaking of you and my son, I'm just curious. Obviously, he didn't do this. I just wondered if he had proposed to you this way. I wonder what your reaction would be. This happened in Russia. All right, Tess. This guy had a bunch of ski-masked thugs, his friends, pull up in a van, a big van. They smashed his front windshield. They pulled him out of the car. They were pretending to beat him with tire irons. Then they threw him in the back of the van and shut the door. His girlfriend's in the car with him, in hysterics, losing her mind. I mean, she is freaking out, screaming when they do this. Now he's come out of the van with flowers and he's kneeling in front of her with a ring. That was how he proposed.
I would say absolutely not. How?
Well, that wasn't romantic enough for you.
That is so mean.
If you'd have seen New Jack City, the term, I don't need you anyway, skeezer, would have probably been thrown out.
So, yeah. And so... you only heard a short part. She went on that screaming and hysterics for a good 2 to 3 minutes before she could even calm down. And I don't even know how long it took before she realized what was really going on. So they threw him in the van. Then all of a sudden the van door opens back up and he comes out with that music, the romantic music playing, holding flowers. And she did say yes.
Oh, what was he thinking though? I probably would have punched him in the face. Punched him.
Well, and Lewis reminded me this happened in New York, but it was a carjacking. And the same type of thing.
So this is a thing?
Well, people are always trying to do,
That's too far.
Right?
No.
Wouldn't work for you?
Not at all.
So if Tyler had proposed, you guys would not be married today if
Absolutely
he'd have done it
not.
like that? Oh, okay. Just checking. I was curious.
That is so strange to me. Anyway, all right. You want to get into this rundown?
Yeah, let's talk about, what are we getting here first? Jack Black?
Yeah, Jack Black. He says that Tenacious D will be back following their tour cancellation because of Kyle Gass's Trump assassination attempt joke. Kyle has since apologized, but their tour was canceled. And Jack was at the premiere for his movie Borderlands last week, and this is what he said.
We had to take a break, but I love the D, and everybody takes a break sometime. Yeah, we'll be back.
I love the D.
Yep. Then he was asked if he had spoken to Kyle, and he said, yeah, we're friends. That hasn't changed. These things take time sometimes, and we'll be back when it feels right. He didn't say when, but as of right now, all future Tenacious D shows are still canceled, including the October 21st show at Mershon Auditorium, and all future plans put on hold. But didn't he say that he was blindsided by what Kyle said?
And, yeah, he still very well might have been.
It was one of those things where... he asked Kyle this, and it just came out of Kyle's mouth because Kyle thought he was being funny. I don't think any of that was planned. They planned to surprise him on his birthday with that whole act and everything, but I don't think there was any okay, I'm going to ask you what you wish for, and you say this. I don't think that was planned, so he probably didn't know.
Well, I agree. He went
bad
from
joke.
One extreme to the other in a matter of a couple weeks. But
it was a really bad joke.
Yeah.
You can just divide people when you do things like that. So,
all right, let's talk about Marilyn Manson. He released his first new song in 4 years. It is called "As Sick as the Secrets Within."
This song I love this song, and I love old Manson, and his past couple albums I've been like, I wasn't thrilled, but I like this new song. It is about addiction, by the way.
I'm sorry. While I was listening to that, I was looking up New Jack City to make sure I hadn't seen it, and I had not. Dang it. I pride myself on the movies I've seen.
I'm not even going to hide my disappointment over this one.
You're clearly not.
You can tell Rick likes Manson because we damn near played the entire song.
No, we didn't. Come close. I like it. This sounds like classic Manson to me.
And this was the first song after he signed with the new Nuclear Blast Records back in May.
Very good.
All right, let's talk about Daughtry now. Part 1 of his forthcoming EP, Shock to the System, is coming out on September 27th, and they dropped a new song that serves as a soundtrack for facing the final boss of your personal demons. It's called The Reckoning.
Oh, I thought you were going to mention a video game for sure. I thought that... So I assume we'll hear that at Blitzmas.
Yeah, are they playing at Blitzmas? Or it's part of the Blitzmas concert series?
Yeah, I mean, Daughtry's, that's...
Okay,
So all the Blitzmas concert series shows are Blitzmas now.
Oh, duh. All right, so that one was with Sleep Theory and Devour the Day. Kemba Live, Friday, December 6th. Tickets went on sale for that on Friday, which brings me to my next story, Pop Evil. The drummer for Pop Evil, Haley Kramer, left the band on good terms after about 8 years back in December of 23 because she wanted to explore a different path.
Right.
And they replaced her with the drummer for Devour the Day, Blake Allison. So I'm not sure how that's going to work with touring. Maybe they'll have something, or they have something planned, or I don't know. Or they'll bring on a touring drummer. But Devour the Day only has 2 members, Blake and Joey Chicago Walzer. And both of them are official members of Pop Evil as well.
What?
Isn't that cool?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yep. Joey replaced bassist Matt Dorito when he left back in 2021. And then they just replaced their drummer, Haley, with Blake Allison.
I
Devour
don't understand.
And same, but it's cool.
So my guess would be that Pop Evil will drop new music, but they won't tour until next summer. This Daughtry tour will wrap up by then.
Yeah, because it's a holiday tour.
Correct.
So probably by the end of the year, I'm assuming it'll be over.
Yes. So that would be my guess, how that's going to work out.
Well, that would make sense.
Wait. I'm not part of the song. Gotta have it. Devour the Day, good man. Here it comes.
Is there any good left in?
I cannot wait to see them.
Say, I saw them, it was back in like 2014, I think, at Webster Hall in New York. 2 guys on stage. Yeah. I mean, they own that stage. Yeah. There's only 2 of them. They're so good.
They played Rock on the Range twice.
I haven't been able to see them.
And they came up to our stage both times.
Where was I?
I don't know.
All right, so Pop Evil. Let me go back here. Oh, they're playing a few festivals through the rest of the year, but that's it as of right now. And Lee Cackety said that they're working on their 8th album. It's going to be the heaviest one yet. And they just dropped the first single on Friday. It's called What Remains.
Oh, let's check this out.
was so good. I love it.
I am what remains.
Lee Cackety said that Joey and Blake come from metal and heavier rock and roll backgrounds. That's what the guys can play, so that's what we play.
That's
How cool
great.
is that?
I love it.
It's good, but they're going to have a lot to do to make an album as good as the last one was, because the last one was a really good Pop Evil album.
I don't think I like everything they put out, though.
I do too, but I'm just saying it's always hard to top yourself, and the last album was a really good album.
I agree. I think that's all I have for today, you guys.
Wow.
Except for Lewis missing out on Saturday.
Well, you have homework.
Did.
I know. Watch that New Jack City.
Jack City.
Watch that Jack New. I gotta watch that Jack New, Lewis. You seen
idea.
Jack New?
No.
No? I haven't seen Jack Old either.
No. New Jack City. You and Tyler watching.
Seriously, it's a fun ride.
There'll be a quiz.
There'll be a quiz.
A short pop quiz afterwards.
You'll learn a lot. A lot of the stuff that happens in that movie still holds true today.
Yeah.
That's the scary thing.
About the crack.
This is circa 1980.
No.
This takes place circa 1989 through 1991, 92-ish. Not much has changed.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it's kind of like the real story of how crack cocaine came up.
Yeah.
And how it got to be, an epidemic.
Yeah.
Judd Nelson.
But it's really entertaining.
Yeah, I was like, maybe I've seen it, and it's not ringing a bell. Nope, I don't. Nothing is familiar.
You'll enjoy it. It's a good movie. You will.
All right.
I promise. You won't regret it.
No.
I wouldn't steer you wrong.
I believe you.
Okay.
I trust you. All right, that was your Blitz Rock Rundown.
Red Sun Rising on the Morning Blitz, 8:55 with Thick, Rick, and Lewis. Kelly back tomorrow. Tess hasn't seen New Jack City.
I know. And we got a text from Matt. It says, Pookie, you got change for 100?
Poor Pookie.
Thomas, the Devour of the Day song you heard is called Good Man. Good Man by Devour of the Day was the one that I played that, where I love that, where that change happens all of a sudden. Jackie said, I think Jack Black threw Kyle underneath the bus. We heard that. Doug said, you're only as sick as your secrets. That new Manson song, that is something they say in recovery. You're only as sick as your secrets.
Jury's still out on all that, though.
On addiction recovery. Jason Rose said Manson played that live Thursday night. It was awesome. And then we got another text that says, went up to Cleveland for the Lamb of God Mastodon show last Friday. I would have paid double on how effing great that show was. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Good concerts all around. And finally, we're starting to get some back here.
Yeah, and we have another one to announce tomorrow morning just before 10 a.m. So make sure you're here for that.
And now, the 3 things you need to know before you go.
All right, one of the best meteor showers this year is happening now. The annual Perseid
Yep.
meteor shower tonight is expected to contain up to 100 meteors with streams of light and color traveling across the sky while explosions of fireballs linger. NASA officials say the best time to view this meteor shower is around 2 a.m. You getting up early?
Well, I do every morning, so I'll probably see some of it on my way in tomorrow morning.
Okay.
My next door neighbors have a big piece of land down in Scioto County, and every year this is an annual thing. They're down there all weekend. They've been down there since Friday night,
watching meteors,
watching these showers. Because it's wide open space, and it's so black out in the country. You can see it, everything so well. It's just like Star Wars going on up there.
Well,
pretty cool.
For the rest of us that don't have a piece of property out there in God's country,
you can still see it. I mean,
tonight if you're inclined. Authorities last week found the boat floating off the Dominican Republic's northern coast with 14 skeletons aboard, along with a dozen packages of either cocaine or heroin.
Wait a minute. It's like skeletons.
Bodies.
Like for real.
14 bodies.
They're not coming in stocking up for Halloween decor here.
Real live skeletons, along with cocaine and heroin. Based on documentation on the boat, investigators say the 14 people are from Senegal and Mauritania. And the cell phones, and there were cell phones and GPS devices aboard. Apparently, it isn't unusual for boats to veer off course in that area because of strong currents and Atlantic trade winds. They went way off course.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. 9 years in prison for a former Chicago area school food services director who pleaded guilty to stealing $1.5 million in chicken wings over a period of about 2 years.
What?
Vera Liddell began placing chicken wing orders with a supplier in July of 2020 during the pandemic. She was caught when a 2023 audit showed food services $300,000 over budget just midway through the school year, and the chicken wing purchases were discovered. Chicken wings are not served at schools because they contain bones. So, yeah.
Oh, so she's just ordering them for the school kitchen and taking them home?
Yeah. What do we learn? Next time, go boneless.
It's a brilliant idea if you can get away with it.
Easier to hide.
Man, that is... Wow. I tell you, people are creative. Let me do that. I mean, you can hear these stories, but going back to the skeletons and the drugs and stuff, man, I'm telling you, there's just evil forces at work all around us.
You're just now figuring this out?
No, I know, but I mean, it's just, we hear about it more and more. I always wonder, and I was talking to my friend about this very thing yesterday, we see all the crap going on out there. There's just, from every corner of everywhere, another story every day. And I'm like, was all this stuff going on before and we just didn't hear about it before there was all these media outlets and social media and everything? Where we just didn't hear?
I think stuff always happened. I think the difference is now it happens and you can't keep it off the internet.
Right.
Which is where I think we were better off not knowing some things.
Right. But it wasn't necessarily better before. We just didn't know, is what I'm saying.
No, but think about people. You know people, and then you start learning about them based on what they post on their socials. And then sometimes you go, I don't care. But in other times you go,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
and
I'm
not talking about politics. I mean, everybody's entitled to whatever they believe politically. But even if it's just habits or attitudes, all of a sudden your social media has kind of let us in more behind the curtain than I think we really, really want to be, despite the fact that we pretend like we want to be. But I would, I know people right now that I know things about that I'm like, man, I kind of wish I didn't know that, because it does change certain aspects of my opinion. Not my total opinion, but certainly parts of it.
Yeah, and I think, there's a lot of things people won't say in person, face to face to people, but they'll say those things online. And I think they forget that's forever. Yeah. You there's no way to erase that, man. You can't take it back. You said it.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, what I was going to get to was you were talking about the drugs and stuff, and they got off course. But this guy in L.A., Jingtang Li, he's in custody. He had a shipment falsely labeled that was headed to Australia with 1 ton of meth. That's what, 2,000 pounds, right?
Roughly.
Isn't that a ton?
I believe so.
That's a lot of meth.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of consumers out there.
So he had all this stuff falsely labeled, fake shipping company it was as a fake shipping company to get the drugs across the Pacific. So distribution, attempting to distribute meth, exportation of a controlled substance. He's facing 10 years to life.
Yep.
And good. 2,000 pounds of meth, man.
Nothing's bad in moderation.
Evil forces at work, Lewis.
All over.
And you're right about that. The problem is, I don't think you can do meth in moderation. Nobody can.
Depends on your will. Depends on your will. Anyway, those are your three things.